Michigan, Mr. President, welcome to a grateful state and a grateful university. Thank you for being here today, and to the class of 2010. Let's go blue!
We will now begin with conferring of the honorary degrees. By the authority of the state of Michigan vested in the Board of Regents, we shall now confer degrees honoris causa which have been recommended by the faculties and authorized by the regents of the university. Members of the Board of Regents will present the honorary degree recipients. Our board chair, Regent Andrew Richner.
Madam President, on behalf of the Board of Regents, should I try the other mic? I have the honor to present President Barack Obama to receive an honorary degree. President Obama, you have shown that America is a place where all things are possible.
Lights out! Lights out!
Through your achievements, and your words, you have inspired and encouraged our nation to become a more perfect union. In these difficult times, you have challenged us to open our minds and work together to reach common ground. Your life exemplifies the power of education to create new opportunities and to offer significant contributions to our society. For all you have accomplished, and for your leadership of this great nation, the University of Michigan is deeply honored to present you with the honorary degree, Doctor of Laws. Congratulations.
By the authority of the state of Michigan, vested in the Board of Regents and by them delegated to me, I now confer upon you, Barack H. Obama, the degree Doctor of Laws, and admit you to all of its rights, honors, and privileges. President Obama, and I invite you to
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Please be seated. Oh, I love you back. It is great to be here in the big house. And so may I say, go blue. I thought I'd go for the cheap applause line to start things off. Good afternoon, President Coleman, the Board of Trustees, to faculty, parents, family, and friends of the class of 2010. Congratulations on your graduation, and thank you for allowing me the honor of being a part of it. Let me acknowledge your wonderful governor, Jennifer Granholm. Your mayor, John Heafjay, and all the members of Congress who are here today. It is a privilege to be with you on this happy occasion. And, you know, it's nice to spend a little time outside of Washington. Now, don't get me wrong. Washington is a beautiful city. It's very nice living above the store. You can't beat the commute. It's just sometimes all you hear in Washington is the clamor of politics, and all that noise can drown out the voices of the people who sent you there. So when I took office, I decided that each night I would read 10 letters out of the tens of thousands that are sent to us by ordinary Americans every day. This was my modest effort to remind myself of why I ran in the first place. And some of these letters tell stories of heartache and struggle. Some express gratitude. Some express anger. I'd say a good solid third call me an idiot, which is how I know that I'm getting a good representative sample. Some of the letters make you think, like the one that I received last month from a kindergarten class in Virginia. Now, the teacher of this class instructed the students to ask me any question they wanted. So, one asked, "How do you do your job?" Another asked, "Do you work a lot?" Somebody wanted to know if I wear a black jacket or if I have a beard. So clearly they were getting me mixed up with the other tall guy from Illinois. And one of my favorites was from a kid who wanted to know if I lived next to a volcano. I'm still trying to piece the thought process on this one. Love this letter. But it was the last question from the last student in the letter that gave me pause. The student asked, "Are people being nice? Are people being nice?" Well, if you turn on the news today, or yesterday, or a week ago, or a month ago, particularly one of the cable channels, you can see why even a kindergartner would ask this question. We've got politicians calling each other all sorts of unflattering names. Pundits and talking heads shout at each other. The media tends to play up every hint of conflict because it makes for a sexier story, which means anyone interested in getting coverage feels compelled to make their arguments as outrageous and as incendiary as possible. Now, some of this contentiousness can be attributed to the incredibly difficult moment in which we find ourselves as a nation. The fact is, when you leave here today, you will search for work in an economy that is still emerging from the worst crisis since the Great Depression. You live in a century where the speed with which jobs and industries move across the globe is forcing America to compete like never before. You will raise your children at a time when threats like terrorism and climate change aren't confined within the borders of any one country. And as our world grows smaller and more connected, you will live and work with more people who don't look like you or think like you or come from where you do. I really enjoyed Alex's remarks because that's a lot of change. And all these changes, all these challenges inevitably cause some tension in the body politic.